Hi, this is Joe, and today I'm going to show you how to get a hold of something from the library that we might not have already, either on OverDrive or in our collection. So, usually the best place to start is the catalog. So here we are in the catalog, and let's say I want to read Dune. I'll search for it. Okay, so this one turned out pretty well. You can see local availability. That means whether it's in our library, and system availability is throughout the whole borrowing cooperative. So if I wanted to, I can just place a request right here. And there's some sequels. Things that are in OverDrive will also pop up in the catalog, and you can click the link to get to them. Okay, so if this is what happens, if you search for the thing you want and you find the thing you want, all you have to do is place requests and it places a hold. But let's say I want Dune on audiobook. So I'll limit my search. Go to material types. Oops. And I want it on compact disc. And I'll say yes, set the search options. And it searches again. Okay. So we don't have Dune on audiobook in this library, but we do have it in the system, so again I could do place request. And there are a couple different copies. There's some sequels. Sometimes it comes up with all other things where it catches the keyword, so here it caught that there's the word the Dune in this description. But okay, so I've successfully found it here. But what if I didn't find it? Well, then I have two options if I didn't find it and I didn't place a request. So first let's talk about OverDrive. So we have some things in OverDrive or in the physical collection that we don't have in both. So what if I want to read a sequel of Dune? And OverDrive knows a whole bunch of titles even if we don't have it. Okay, so I want to read God Emperor of Dune, and it tells me this. It says we couldn't find it. So that means that we don't own it. But it does suggest things that OverDrive has access to that we don't own. So if I want, I can push the recommend button. Let's say I want it on audiobook. And you plug your email address in here. So do pay attention to this part. If we recommend it, there's no guarantee we can purchase it, but we do our best. We buy as many of them as we can. But just know that's how it works. And I push the button. Okay, it'll suggest other things. These are not usually very good suggestions, so you can ignore them. Okay, so that's how you do it in OverDrive. But what if I really, I'm driving all the time. I really want it on CD. We can go to request a purchase. So this is from the main library page. We'll go use the library, and then we go to either this button that says request to purchase or this list that says request to purchase. They all take you to the same place. Okay, so here is where you make a request for something to be purchased in a physical print copy or in an audiobook, anything that isn't digitally accessible through OverDrive. This is where you request it. So, oops. You put your name in, you put your library card number in. Make sure those match. And your phone number, your email address, so this is all just your information. This is how we match it to your account, because if we do manage to get a hold of the thing you were requesting, we put it on hold for you automatically. Okay, so this is the really important part. This ebook thing, this does not work. Do not use it. But if you're requesting a book, a film, or an audio, do it this way. So I'm requesting an audio. I want God Emperor of afternoon, just by Frank Herbert. And as much of this information as you have, please fill in publication date if you have this number that's really helpful, any other information. So if you don't care if it's audio or print, you can say, I just really want to read this book. You know, would be okay if audio or print. The more information you give us, the easier it is for us to get a hold of it. And then you will prove you are not a robot. This just keeps us from getting weird spam submissions. Push the button. Okay, so it submits this request to the library, and then we'll do our best to get a hold of it. So those are the 3 things you can use to get a hold of pretty much anything you need through the library. You can find it in the catalog, you can find it in OverDrive, and if you can't find it in the catalog or OverDrive, you can always submit a request for it. And remember that some things that are in OverDrive are not in the catalog, and some things that are in the catalog are not in OverDrive. So check both, because that'll be the best way to make sure that you actually get the thing you want. Okay, happy requesting.